Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Greenwood, South Carolina, and Finis Horne Arena here at Lander University. And we welcome you into Homecoming Saturday at Lander as the Bearcats take on the Columbus State Cougars in a Peach Belt Conference doubleheader. Hello, everyone. Rickson Lane along with you. So glad to have you join us this afternoon on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. And we have got a stellar matchup coming for you here in game number one. It is Lander against Columbus State, one of their biggest rivals and a thorn in their side over the past few seasons in conference play. They come into Greenwood this afternoon looking to sweep the regular season series against Lander. Meanwhile, the Bearcats trying to defend their home court against the Cougars and continue in the race for first place in the Peach Belt Conference standings. They come into this game second at the moment in the league behind North Georgia, and Kevin Pedersen's squad is coming off a brilliant performance on Wednesday night against Francis Marion, trying to keep the momentum going the way of the blue and gold this afternoon in Greenwood. Glad to have you along with us, and we remind you the live stats are available for this game and all home games streamed on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network on LanderBearcats.com. National anthem coming up from a great crowd here in Horne Arena. It is a homecoming Saturday, and the energy, well, you can feel it in this building as we get ready for Lander Columbus State. We'll play the national anthem, and then we'll introduce the starters here in Greenwood. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. We welcome you back into Greenwood as we get ready for Peach Belt Conference basketball here at Lander University. The Bearcats and the Cougars about to get underway. Let's go ahead and give you the starters. First for the visitors, Columbus State. Columbus State coming into this game, they're led by head coach Anita Howard. Bearcats will be facing Michaela Raymondville, senior guard out of Rincon, Georgia. She's an Armstrong State University transfer. She'll be one of the main cogs in this Columbus State attack this afternoon for the Cougars. A senior and one of only two fourth-year players on this roster for Columbus State, as the Cougars losing a lot off that team that advanced to the Elite Eight last year. Raymondville joined by Tatiana Wayne, a junior guard from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Also, Kayla Carter, a sophomore from Birmingham, Alabama. She stands 5'7". Sabria Cotton, a redshirt junior guard from Detroit, Michigan. She's at 5'8". And number 35, Crystalyn Boston, freshman forward from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, 6 feet tall. There's your starting five for Columbus State: Wayne, Carter, Cotton, Raymondville, and Boston. Meanwhile, for the Bearcats, Crystal Williams starting, the junior from Riverdale, Georgia, joined in the backcourt by Destiny Langford, a sophomore out of Lexington, South Carolina. Jessica Harris, another sophomore from Sumter, she'll be in the backcourt this evening. Chelsea Mitchell, the do-it-all junior guard from Laurel, Maryland, rounds out the backcourt. And Tabitha Daly, sophomore out of Augusta, Georgia, gets the start for Kevin Pedersen's squad. So it's Williams, Langford, Harris, Mitchell, and Daly, the starting five for Kevin Pedersen's team. The Bearcats are 17-5 overall. They're 12-4 in the conference. Columbus State 13-7 on the year, 11-5 in league play so far this season. Just about set to get underway here in Greenwood, South Carolina. Glad to have you join us. Columbus State in the road red uniforms, white lettering and blue trim, blue numbers and white trim. Red shorts, thick white stripe on the side of those shorts with blue paneling and a cougar on the right side of those shorts. Lander, they're in the home golds. Blue lettering, blue numbers, blue trim, and a Bearcat insignia on the shorts as well. Tip-off controlled by Lander, and we're underway as Mitchell takes it all the way to the rim, nearly picked up her foot, and instead the Bearcats go into their offense. Williams at the top, holds the ball behind her back, now wants to go off the right side. Instead denied, so Lander swings it to the left. Bounce it back to Williams with 10 on the shot clock. Inside it goes to Mitchell. Mitchell double teamed, lost the ball. 5 to shoot. Williams chased way out. Pass tap to Daly. Daly gonna go inside, throw up a layup off the rim, no good. And the Cougars come out with the rebound. Good defense there by Columbus State on the first possession of the ball game. Now the Cougars go to Cotton. She drives inside, floater right hand, no good. Tapped out, Harris had it, and then Mitchell comes out with it. Here comes Lander back the other way, 2-on-1. Mitchell to Langford, up and under layup, no good. Columbus State snags the rebound. No score, a minute into this one. Cougars walk it up. Kayla Carter slings a headband towards the sideline. Wardrobe malfunction for the Cougars. 10 to shoot as Tatiana Wayne fires from deep. That one's no good. Fight for the rebound, taken down by Boston, and she puts it up and in. Boston at 6 feet tall, the tallest player on the floor for either team, and she's taller than anyone on Lander's roster. We'll see how the Bearcats handle her presence down low. Langford sees a lane, drives, shot denied by Boston. Harris picks up her dribble in the key, and it'll be called for 3 in the key. Turnover to Columbus State. (2-0) Columbus State, 8:20 to go here in the first quarter. Wayne, open left side, 3, way off the mark, no good. Tapped around, offensive rebound once more for Columbus State. The putback attempt won't go, and now the Bearcats with numbers. Williams to the lane, lost the handle out of bounds. They'll say that it was off of Williams, so Columbus State will get it back, and that will allow Lander to go with their press defense. 7:59 to go in the opening quarter. The Cougars get it in. They lead it 2-0 here, 2 minutes into this one. Williams shading Cotton towards the sideline. They try to trap, instead cross court to Wayne. Offensive foul called on Tatiana Wayne as she ran headlong into Crystal Williams, and the Bearcats draw the first foul of the game. It'll go against Wayne and Columbus State. Harris wants to go off the right side, guarded closely by Carter. Harris lob it to Mitchell. Mitchell with the right elbow. 13 to shoot. Goes to Daly down low. Daly to the rim and lays it in off the glass. Tabitha Daly, a nice maneuver there. Now the Cougars throw it away, turnover from Boston. Williams comes out with it. Mitchell sees a lane, fires the jumper, no good, and the rebound taken in by Carter. That's a shot that Mitchell really likes and had an open look, but couldn't get it to fall. 2-2 our score, and Columbus State dribbles it out of bounds, 7:07 to go in quarter number 1. Lander will get the ball back in a tied game. Other action for the Bearcats this afternoon. The baseball team on the road today as they take on North Greenville in Lexington, South Carolina at Lexington County Stadium. That pass nearly stolen away as Harris comes back with it. 18 to shoot. Harris bounces it right to Daly. Daly picks up her dribble, looking for help. Gives it back to Harris on the baseline. The ball tapped away once more. Lander's got 5 seconds to figure a shot out. Langford wanting to drive. Puts it up off the glass, no good. And then Daly's putback will not count. Shot never hit the rim. Two our score, 6:36 in the opening quarter, and Lander will go to the bench as Ariana Sanders, the junior from Pearland, Texas, checks in. Destiny Langford will come out of the game. So Wayne will bring it up against Sanders. 2-2 ball game, a defensive battle here early on. Lander's defense was out of sorts there as Harris wanted to set a trap. Instead, Wayne goes all the way to the rim. That's a tough shot, and it won't go. The ball batted free. Mitchell tried to save it. Back in the arms of Cotton. Her shot attempt no good. And then a foul from behind on Sanders as he tried to strip Raymondville. Call will go against Ariana Sanders, and we'll have free throws for the first time this afternoon. 2-2 our score with 6:13 to go in the first quarter. First free throw attempt up and good for Columbus State. Cotton out of the game for the Cougars. Tatum Jarvis checks in. Brashay Johnson will come in the ball game. She'll replace Tabitha Daly. Raymondville's second free throw attempt on the way, and it's up and good. 4-2 Columbus State lead with 6:13 to go here in the first quarter. This Columbus State team, 71% free throw shooting squad on the season. They've been very good from the charity stripe. Sanders off the right side as Columbus State sits back in a zone, and we'll get a foul on the floor as they were trying to guard Johnson, who comes into this game 24 points away from the all-time scoring record here at Lander University. She's trying to track down Shannon McKeever. The inbound to Sanders out on the arc. Sanders pull up, tough jumper rattled down for Ariana Sanders. She has grown in leaps and bounds in her offensive confidence since this season began. Lander, a lot of gold jerseys around half court. They set back on defense as Columbus State will set their offense up. It'll be Carter running point here. Carter off of Harris. Give it away to Wayne. Wayne, leaner at the free throw line, no good. Offensive rebound and put back up and in from Raymondville. 6-4 Columbus State, 5:30 to go in the first period, and they get it into Mitchell. Mitchell turnaround, stops and pops. Chelsea Mitchell with her first bucket, and it's a 6-6 ball game. Back and forth they go down the floor. Sanders tapped it free. Johnson got a piece of it. Ball on the floor. Harris came away with it, and she hands it off to Williams. Turnover by the Cougars. Williams will slow down beyond the arc. It has been a rapid pace here early. Williams going to fire a three, off the mark, no good, and the rebound taken down by Jarvis. Both of these teams love to run and gun up and down the floor, and they've got the athletes to do it. Midway through the first quarter, 6-6 our score. Jarvis turn around against Sanders. Mitchell tried to read the pass instead. Raymondville has her three rattle down from the corner. Mitchell made a gamble and it didn't pay off. 9-6 Columbus State. Harris on the right side. They want to get it into Johnson, and they do. Johnson working on Boston. Johnson, tough leaner, no good. Well defended by Boston. And Carter with the rebound for Columbus State. Now here they come. Jarvis lost the handle in the lane. Took about 4 or 5 steps. No call. Basket good for the Cougars, 11-6, a 5-point Columbus lead, largest of the quarter. Harris out on the arc, 4:10 to go in the first period. Lander down 5. Sanders into the lane, floater, too short, and the rebound goes to Boston. Boston really a factor so far on the glass. She's got 3 rebounds, more than anybody on the floor, and Columbus State turns it over once more. That'll bring us to immediate timeout, and we'll try to catch our breath. 11-6, Columbus State on top, 3:50 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of $15,000 falling from the sky. The Drop is Lander's new inaugural fundraising campaign conducted by the Lander Foundation to enhance athletic scholarships and operating budgets. Your chance to win is just a click away. Visit LanderBearcats.com to register today. The Drop. It puts the air in Bearcat.
Eleven to 8, Columbus State up 3 as they've got Jarvis at the free throw line. Misses that one, and Mitchell got the rebound. Mitchell made the jumper out of the timeout and lost the handle as she went to the floor. Columbus State's got the ball back. Sanders tried to pick the pass off. Pass down low, Boston turnaround, got it. 7 points from Michaela Raymondville for the Cougars thus far. She leads all scorers. Mitchell's got 4 so far for Lander. Mitchell gonna try another jumper. Got a friendly roll, that's her spot. That elbow 15 to 18 footer. And timeout Columbus State. Lander back within 3 with 2:35 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. 13-10, Columbus State leading Lander. 2:35 left in the first quarter. Rickson Lane along with you. Glad to have you join us on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network as Lander sets up the full court pressure. Boston going deep there. They wanted to try to get it to her. Instead, a short inbound to Jarvis. Jarvis going to lob it in. Johnson with the denial on the turnover as Lander's got it back. Langford wants to go inside to Johnson. Ball tapped off of Columbus State. The Bearcats will maintain possession. Lander's shooting right now 42% from the floor against Columbus State's 39%. The Bearcats have only attempted one three-pointer thus far in this game. Turnovers are even at 4. Harris gets it up top to Langford. Harris, a nice crossover. She tries to drive inside against Ebony Williams, the sophomore. Now Langford going to launch a three off the front iron, no good, and the rebound by Raymondville. Cougars dominating the glass thus far, 12-4 advantage on the boards as that jumper's off the mark, and Langford comes down with the rebound, and then she was fouled. Call will go against Zoe Thompson, the junior out of St. Petersburg, Florida. This Columbus State team, as you look at their roster, only 7 players who were recruited to Columbus State out of high school. The rest transfers. Alabama State, Livingstone, Jacksonville, Armstrong State, Charleston Southern, Western Kentucky among the schools that the Cougars have brought in talent from. Oh, a nice dish inside, but Johnson too strong with the lay-in, and then she lost the handle, and the Cougars come away with it. And a travel will get the ball back to Lander. Boy, Johnson had a beautiful pass from Langford right under the hoop, and you saw the effect there of having a post presence like Boston, who takes up so much space. Johnson expected contact to come, and it never came. Harris kind of walking on the baseline and got it to Mitchell, who cut in, and a great dish from Jessica Harris, and Lander's back within 13-12. And then Mitchell turns the Cougars over. Mitchell inside, layup good. Lander on top for the first time this afternoon, 14-13. Timeout Columbus State. Bearcats storming back. They lead it by 1 with 1:14 to go in quarter number 1. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Fourteen to 13, Lander up 1 with 1:14 remaining in the first quarter. Rickson Lane with you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. 2 quick buckets from Chelsea Mitchell put the Bearcats back on top, but there's an open jumper off the mark from Williams, and Sanders got the rebound. 1 minute to go in the first quarter, Lander up a point. Mitchell's got 4 straight. They get it to her again. Tried to kick it out to Sanders for a 3, but the pass tipped away. Sanders tried to force it down low, not sure where that one was going, and now a deep pass up ahead. Drive inside, off the glass, no good. Sanders got the rebound off the Williams miss. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Harris, one to drive, dishes it off to Daly. Now Daly wants to go inside, and she was fouled on the baseline. 4th foul against Columbus State in this quarter. 1 more, and the Bearcats will shoot free throws. 37.6 seconds to go in the first period. Mitchell, jumper, yes, and the foul. Chelsea Mitchell with the and 1. And she'll go to the line with a chance to put Lander up 4. Tatiana Wayne back in the ballgame for Columbus State. As Mitchell a chance to extend the Bearcat lead with 35 seconds to go in the quarter. Mitchell, the junior out of Laurel, Maryland. Transfer from Morgan State, knocks down the free throw, completes the three-point play. 4-point advantage for Lander. Columbus State can run the game clock down to 4 seconds. Jarvis, elbow, jumper, too strong. Mitchell got the rebound. Now Lander could hold for the final shot if they want to, but Mitchell wants to drive. She kicks it to Harris, and now Lander's going to set the offense up. So Lander will try to take the final shot of the quarter here. They lead by 4, 17-13. Harris guarded by Wayne. 10 seconds to play. Langford in the left corner, Sanders in the right, Mitchell's down low. Harris stops with 4 seconds. Mitchell, baseline, she was fouled. 2.4 seconds to go in the quarter, and Chelsea Mitchell fouled, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Mitchell sitting up, but still sitting, and now she'll be helped to her feet by the Bearcats. So a chance for Lander to go up potentially by 6 here. First free throw attempt from Mitchell. Up and good. Columbus State sends in that's Kristen Carter, the junior from Austell, Georgia. Second free throw, rattles off no good. And now Jarvis unable to beat the buzzer, and that'll do it for the first quarter. 18-13, Lander leading as we go the second period. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball.
Golf ball for the drop. You're buying your chance to win $5,000. But you're not the only one who could win. Because every purchase you make goes towards enhancing Lander's operating budgets and enhancing scholarships for student athletes. So when you buy a ball, not only can you win,
I win.
I win. I win.
I win. I win.
when you buy golf.
(18 to 13), Lander leading Columbus State by 5 at halftime. Rickson Lane along with you. Glad to have you with us on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Shot no good from Boston. The ball knocked out of bounds, last touched by the Bearcats. First half stats for you as Lander rallied to take a 5-point lead, and it was all 23. 14 of Lander's 18 points thus far. Sanders has 2, Daly has 2. There's a wild runner from Wayne, no good. The putback, no good. Lander's got possession of it. Harris, quick outlet to Langford. Langford, one to drive. Wild off the glass, no good. Ball still free, and Boston came out with it for Columbus State. For the Cougars, they turn it over once more. That is their 8th turnover of the first half. Lander has 6. Raymondville leading Columbus State with 7 points. She's made every shot she's attempted thus far. But the Cougars as a team shooting 26% to Lander's 47. So Lander nearly turns it over there. Harris lost her footing in the lane, and then Mitchell was fouled on a jumper. A wise move there from Mitchell. Went up with the shot with the hands all around her and drew the contact. and now she'll go to the line. As Mitchell will prepare for her 4th and 5th free throw attempts thus far. First shot is in. Crystal Williams back in the ball game as Destiny Langford goes to the bench. And the second shot is in. 20-13, largest lead of the day for Lander. Wild layup attempt from Jarvis off the mark. Daly with the rebound. Williams brings it ahead. And then Harris inside off the glass. Good. Now down low, Boston will finally quiet this Lander run. She puts it in, and the foul will give her a chance at a three-point play. That is the first basket for Columbus State in nearly 4.5 minutes as Lander, they'd gone on a 14-0 run prior to that basket from Boston as Daly takes the rebound away on the free throw miss. Harris open, fires a three, no good. Rebound to Jarvis. 7-point Bearcat lead, 8:13 to go in the first half. Ball inside as a drive from Jilla Modi puts the Cougars back within 5, 22-17. Mitchell in the paint, pass stolen away, and then nearly turned back over. Now the Cougars trying to run. Wayne with a nice runner with the right hand. Timeout Lander. Columbus State on a run. It's 22-19. 6 quick points for the Cougars, and Kevin Pedersen will call a timeout. 7:38 left in the first half. Lander up 3. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. A 22-19 lead for Lander with 7:35 left in the first half. Rickson Lane with you. Glad to have you with us this afternoon on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network as Langford made a nice pass inside to Mitchell. Shot was blocked. Bearcats kick it out to Harris. Straight away, thought about a three. Instead, sends it to Sanders. Wide open three. Rattled out, no good. It was halfway down, but an unfriendly bounce gives Columbus State the ball. Cougars have scored 6 straight. Wayne into the lane, sends it out left side. And then the pass thrown away. Now Lander's got numbers 2-on-1. Langford had it taken from her on her way to the rim. Ball's on the ground. Jump ball, possession arrow will keep the basketball with Lander. Boy, I tell you what, Well, the Bearcats are going to have a fast break basket there. And nice defense from Jilla Modi, the junior from Jacksonville University. Langford out beyond the arc. Gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell going to fire and hit. Another basket for Mitchell. She's got 18 in the game thus far. 2/3 of Lander's offense in this one, and the Bearcats force a turnover on the inbound play and a foul against Columbus State. Call is against Modi. As Alexis High checks in, Destiny Langford will come out. High out of Jonesboro, Georgia. Standing 5'11". Sanders calling for it in the corner. Wanted to throw it inside to Johnson. Ball on the floor. And then Mitchell took it back away for the Bearcats. Harris on the left elbow. Kicks it to High. High open for three. Too strong. And the rebound to Wayne. Wayne down the floor. No numbers, but she's going to go all the way to the rim. Throw up a layup. No good. Jarvis got the rebound, and she came crashing in from behind. And Columbus State maintains possession. Jumper left side, up and good from Kayla Carter, the sophomore from Birmingham, Alabama. 24-21 our score. Sanders went up for it. Cougars come out with it. They can tie or take the, or pardon me, cut it to one or tie here. With 5:47 to go, my apologies. 24-21. Carter against Harris, 15 to shoot. They lob it to Boston, double team. Kick it out and Carter traveled on the arc. 5:30 to go in the half, and Langford back in the ball game. High checks out. Jumper from Harris, and she knocks it down on the baseline. 26-21 our score now. And the ball thrown away by Columbus State. Turnover to Lander once more. Zoe Thompson and Michaela Raymondville back in for Anita Howard's bunch. Mitchell gets it back to Harris. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Lander leading by 5. Langford protects the ball there. His pass was nearly stolen by Thompson. And the foul picked away by Thompson, and then she dribbled it right back to Harris, and then Harris throws it away. Mitchell saved it, and she was fouled. Third foul of the half against Columbus State, or of the quarter rather. Call is on Thompson, it's her second. Jasmine Herndon, the sophomore center, will check in. She's a hometown product from Columbus, Georgia. She'll take Boston's spot. Herndon, 6'1", tallest player on either roster. 4:45 to go. Lander up 5. Harris open, fires a 3, no good. But the rebound taken down by Columbus State. Now Thompson down the left side of the lane, into the lane. Offensive foul. Langford drew the charge. Third foul of the half against Zoe Thompson. And she's going to have to go to the bench. Tatiana Wayne checks in. 4:30 remaining in the half. Lander up 5. Harris lost the handle, and that's going to lead to a run out. Wayne, nobody around, and a breakaway layup for Columbus State. Now Harris, trap throws it away. Another turnover by Harris. Back the other way, layup no good. Jarvis, check it, Raymondville got the rebound. And then Mitchell nearly threw it out of bounds. Ball off of Columbus State. Some sloppy play here in the last minute from Lander. Columbus State has cut the lead down to a single point. 3:53 left in the first half. 26-25 our score. Active hands of this Columbus State defense causing some problems for Lander. As early as Columbus State that had turnover issues. Sanders a pump, jumps inside, layup or shot no good, and then Johnson got the rebound and the putback. Her first bucket of the day, and it's 28-25. Now Columbus State throws it away. Sanders intercepted the pass, but she can't score as the rebound taken by the Cougars. Now they've got 2-on-2. Wayne fires a jumper. That's no good. Over the back going to be the call, as I believe they're going to whistle number 10, Jilla Modi. And that's going to send Lander to the free throw line with 3:17 to play in the first half. It'll be Jessica Harris who will shoot for the Bearcats. Harris has got 4 points in this one. First free throw bounces home. Bearcats have gone cold here recently as they're shooting 40% for the game. Columbus State at 41. Lander just cannot buy an outside basket. 0 of 7 from deep. But they are now 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Columbus State's been 40% from the stripe, 71% on the year as a team. Lander back up by 5 as there's Raymondville drives in on Sanders and makes the basket. 30-27. Now Columbus State backing out of that full court pressure we saw them in. Sanders for 3, off the mark. Ball tapped and Wayne came out with the rebound. A 3-point Lander lead with 2:40 to go in the first half as Raymondville gives it off to Carter. Carter guarded by Langford. Langford took a swipe at it as Carter gets directions from the bench. Now a dangerous pass intercepted by Harris. Oh, you saw that one coming. Harris playing defense and then gets it down low to Johnson, who's fouled in the basket. Mercedes Johnson, and 1 for the senior out of Hopkins. And she's got a chance to put Lander up 6 with 2:20 left in the half. Boy, Johnson did a great job of keeping that ball from sailing out of bounds and came down with it. Nice job not to travel. 1 dribble, moved to the other side of the rim, and finished with contact. She's got 4 points on the day, now 5. As Columbus State go and set up, and they throw it to no one, and Harris is there to steal it. Miscommunication there. Now Harris all the way to the rim, bank shot in. 35-27. Lander up 8, another Columbus State turnover. Langford inside. And we're going to get a whistle. I think they're going to say that Langford stepped out of bounds. 35-27, Lander up 8. They have Boston by herself under the hoop, but couldn't get it to her in time. Check it, that was Herndon. Raymondville in trouble. They go back door to Wayne. Wayne, a great pass from Modi to Tatiana Wayne, and the Cougars back within 6, 35-29. Langford on the left side of the arc. Mitchell, open baseline jumper off the mark. And Johnson ripped down the rebound and the putback for Brashay Johnson. 37-29. Tatiana Wayne in trouble beyond half court, and Columbus State's got to call a timeout. We'll take one as well. 1:23 to go in the half. Lander up 37-29. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. (37-29), Lander up 8 as the Cougars miss a layup on a breakaway as Wayne couldn't get it to go. Johnson got the rebound. 1:13 to play in the half. Harris coast to coast, and she was fouled. That'll send Jessica Harris to the free throw line with 1:11 left in quarter number 2. She's got 8 points so far in this one. Chelsea Mitchell, a game-high 18 thus far. Johnson has 7. For Columbus State, Raymondville with 11 to lead the Cougars. Wayne and Boston both with 6. As Harris's first free throw bounces off. Harris, a sophomore out of Sumter, South Carolina. Makes one of 2. 9-point lead for the Bearcats. Jarvis, guarded by Harris, hands it off to Raymondville. 1 minute to go in the first half. Lander up 38-29. Raymondville, long two-pointer, nailed it. Tough shot fading away there from Raymondville, but got it to fall. 38-31 our score. Harris, guarded by Wayne, gives it off to Langford. Langford, skip pass back to Harris. Had Johnson open for a moment, but the hole closed up quickly by the Cougar defense. Sanders gives it back to Harris straight away. 11 to shoot. Harris to the lane. Back to Sanders. Sanders going to launch a 3, way off the mark. Ball's free. Mitchell went to the floor to get it, saved it, and they're going to say that she was out of bounds. They're going to say her shoulder hit the line. Mitchell wants an explanation. Didn't like it. As Columbus State will have the ball with a 7-point lead, 23.8 seconds remaining in the first half. They can hold for the final shot of the half if they choose to. They get it up ahead to Williams. Williams kick it right side. Jarvis going to launch a 3. Bounced off, no good. Mitchell got the rebound. Now Lander's got 11 seconds. Harris will bring it down the far side. Clock down to 8. Harris, stutter step with 7. Over to Langford. Langford wide open, 3-ball. Bounced off, no good. Rebound taken by the Cougars, and they're not going to get a shot off here, and that'll do it for the first half of play. 38-31, Lander leading Columbus State after 20 minutes. We'll step aside. Second half action coming up. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. We welcome you back to Finis Horne Arena and Lander University Homecoming 2018. Rickson Lane along with you. Glad to have you join us. Bearcats and Columbus State doing battle this afternoon, and Lander holding a 7-point advantage at the break over the Cougars. Bearcats have led by as many as 9 in the first half, as there's a long 3 knocked in from Michaela Raymondville. So right out of the gate, the Cougars able to do what Lander has not done all day, and that's make a 3-pointer, as then Mitchell loses the handle and a turnover. .9:25 left here in the first half, or the third quarter, excuse me. A 38-34 advantage for the Bearcats. Trying to knock off this Columbus State team. Ball sent right side, Raymondville saved it from going out of bounds. 5 to shoot. Raymondville going to step into a 3. It was halfway down and it rimmed out. Langford wanted to go coast to coast and does. Destiny Langford with a nifty drive. And the Bearcats lead back to 6. Cougars just get it in time. Ball sent to Wayne in the corner. Wayne gonna drive, and a foul call on Jessica Harris. That's the first foul against Harris. The Bearcats send Wayne to the free throw line. The first free throw is good. Lander shot very well from the stripe in the first half. Columbus State did not. Cougars would love to get some points at the line here in this second half, as Wayne makes both. And a pass from Harris stolen away by Raymondville. Another Lander turnover. Timeout Bearcats. 8:28 to go in the third quarter. Lander up 2. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. .40-38, Lander up 2 as the Bearcats get a nice lay in there as Mitchell with a beautiful pass to Crystal Williams. Lander back up by 4. And then the answer on the other end from Columbus State. Austin puts it in. Two-point advantage, Lander, 7:40 left third quarter. Down low, Daly will put it in. to 40. Bearcats led by 7 at halftime. Then Raymondville loses it going up, and Daly takes it away. Mitchell, open, elbow, jumper off the mark. Carter guarded by Mitchell. The pass kicked out of bounds by Lander. Rashay Johnson will come back in the game for Lander here. They get it into Carter. Jumper on the way, no good. Harris got the board. A whistle and a foul against Columbus State. First foul against the Cougars. Langford finds Johnson backside, and she's fouled. Bearcats put together some nice passing here in this second half, and now Rashay Johnson's at the line. So Johnson's first free throw up and good. Second one good as well. (46-40), Lander on top. Raymondville gonna launch and hit. Her second three-pointer of the half. The Cougars are back within a bucket, 46-43. Williams spinning, gives to Mitchell. Harris wants to drive, jump into the lane, get it to Johnson on the baseline. Johnson picks up her dribble, throws it back to Mitchell, and the pass stolen away. Now Columbus State's got numbers, 3-on-1. Wayne all the way for the lay-in. A one-point game, 46-45. Williams steps into a three, yes! Lander's first three-pointer of the day. Makes it 49-45, and then a foul on the floor against the Bearcats, their second of the quarter. (49-45) our score. Baseline jumper, airballed, rebound from Raymondville. She has been Columbus State's biggest scorer here in this second half and in the game. And then Langford missed the layup. Pedersen wanted a foul against the Cougars, won't get it. Right side, 3-ball on the way, no good. Johnson got the rebound. Lander holds a 2-point lead. Langford, she'll fire a 3, no good. Bearcats got to find a way to take advantage of the defensive stops. Nice backdoor pass there to Raymondville, but led her too far. She couldn't get the layup in. 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Raymondville with a pump fake, too strong off the glass, and rebound to Williams, and Williams sends it up ahead to Harris. Harris will lay it in. Lander lead back to 4, 51-47. 3:50 to go in the quarter. Carter, right side, Wayne, 3, hit it. Tatiana Wayne knocks it down. (51-50) our score. Harris open, top of the key, and the ball taken away from her by Wayne. And Columbus State goes back on top, 52-51. A 1-point lead for the Cougars. Williams in the key, down low to Johnson, counted in the foul for Brashay Johnson. Brashay Johnson puts the Bearcats back on top. And now she'll go to the free throw line after the media timeout. Lander up 1, 53-52. You're listening to Bearcat basketball on the Bearcat broadcast.
You hear that? That's the sound of $15,000 falling from the sky. The Drop is Lander's new inaugural fundraising campaign conducted by the Lander Foundation to enhance athletic scholarships and operating budgets. Your chance to win is just a click away. Visit LanderBearcats.com to register today. The Drop. It puts the air in Bearcat.
Back in Greenwood, South Carolina, Rickson Lane with you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network, 53-52. Lander up 1, and Brashay Johnson is at the free throw line for the Bearcats, looking for her 10th point of the afternoon. Up and good. 2:59 to play in the third quarter. Lander up 2. Ball up ahead to Wayne. Wayne into the key, and she answers with an and one at the other end. Tatiana Wayne at the other end, give her now 17 on the afternoon. She and Raymondville have combined for 40 of Columbus State's 54 points. The free throw is in. 55-54, Cougars up 1. Chelsea Mitchell brings it down the floor. She's not scored this half for Lander, but she kicks it to Sanders. No, an offensive foul will be called against Mitchell. That's only her first foul of the ball game. (55-54), Columbus State up 1. Williams nearly stole the inbound, and they're going to call Sanders for a foul in the backcourt, and that's going to be the 5th of the quarter against Lander. That sends Columbus State to the free throw line. Cougars are 4 of 7 from there so far today. Lander 11 of 13. Columbus State's offense, 23 points in this third quarter, the most they've put together in a period today. So this is Jarvis, who misses the first. Jarvis 0 of 3 from the free throw stripe so far in this one. And she makes the second. Harris, take it down the near sideline. Got Johnson wide open for the layup. Rashay Johnson ties it up. She's got 14 points. Left side, Tatum Jarvis tries a three, too short, ball on the floor. Sanders went down and got it, jump ball. Lander will have possession and a tied game with 2:10 to go here in the third quarter. Williams, right side, down low Johnson. Johnson, travel. No, they're going to call foul. Pardon me. Oh, I thought she had taken an extra step there. They're going to call foul on Columbus State. One more, put the Bearcats in the bonus for the rest of the quarter as Raymondville comes back in the game as she takes the spot of Modi. 1:58 left in the third. Harris into the lane, bounce it left side, Sanders pumps, she drives, puts up a floater, bouncing around, no good. Rebound taken down by Jarvis for Columbus State. 1:45 left in the quarter. Tied game, 56-56. Oh, and then a huge collision, no call. And then a blocking foul below the basket on Johnson. Wayne and Harris collided. They both went to the floor. No whistle either way, and then Johnson's called for a block. And now they just called Tatiana Wayne for a violation. So Jarvis is only going to get one free throw here. They're going to say that Wayne went into the two-point area and the free throws missed. Lander ball, tied game. Minute 24, Williams for three, yes! Crystal Williams from downtown. And it's 59-56. Now Wayne the other way, into the lane. She answers. Tatiana Wayne, another and one. Just a crazed throw at the basket with the contact, and it works out, and Wayne is going to have a chance to tie the game with 1:10 to go in the third quarter. Langford will check in for Sanders. Free throw is good. Modi back in the ball game as she replaces Boston, the freshman forward. It's 59 all with 1:05 to go in the third quarter. Mitchell has her pass tapped, gets it back, down low. Johnson lay in good. Rashay Johnson's got 16 now. And then a foul at half court. Chelsea Mitchell going to get whistled. The call will go against Mitchell. She got tangled up with Ebony Williams. Fans, we'd like to recognize our game sponsor, proud supporter of Bearcat Athletics, Chick-fil-A. Are you stuck in a breakfast rut? Like Chick-fil-A of Greenwood, help. They serve breakfast from 6:30 to 10:30 a.m. and have a variety of options, including chicken burritos, sausage, egg, and cheese English muffins, and, of course, the classic Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit. Start your day off right with Chick-fil-A for breakfast, thanks to Chick-fil-A, proud supporter of Bearcat Athletics. 61-59, Lander up 1 now. Free throw was good from Williams. And we are tied at 61. Williams all the way to the rim, and she was fouled. Crystal Williams will shoot a pair here with 44.8 seconds to go in the third quarter. Free throw up and in. Second shot good as well. Oh, Wayne nearly called for an over and back violation as Johnson blocks the three-pointer out of bounds. Raymondville had it swatted, but Columbus State will maintain possession. Jumper on the way, no good. Offensive rebound, Jarvis won't go. Another put back in, and the Cougars tie it up. Lander can hold for the final shot here. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Harris. Left side, Williams, three ball, rimmed out, no good, and we'll go to the fourth quarter, all tied up, 63-63. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. (63-63) as we begin the fourth quarter here in Greenwood. Jump no good under the basket, and Mitchell's got the rebound. Williams wide open, three ball on the way, no good. Williams has made the only two Lander threes of the ball game. Wayne answers with a jumper. 65-63, Cougars up 2. Mitchell, free throw line. She answers with a bucket. 65 all now. Mitchell's got 20 in the game. Johnson has 16. Couple of shot attempts won't fall, and then we're going to have a foul against Columbus State. That'll go against Jasmine Herndon. That's her fourth. Herndon, the 6'1" sophomore center, the biggest presence on the floor from a size standpoint for either team. And Herndon will come out. Boston, the freshman forward, she stands 6 feet. She's in now. 4 players on this Cougar roster 6 feet or taller. Jarvis, Herndon, Boston, and Shania Woodard, who did not make the trip. 65 all, 8:50 to play. Wayne fouls Williams at half court. Second foul on Wayne. She and Raymondville, 23 points apiece. No one else on Columbus State's team has more than 8 in this ball game. Williams gives to Harris. Harris will dribble it back up top, set the offense up. Cougars in a man-to-man. Bounce it to Mitchell. She's guarding against Modi. Step up, fire a jumper. And it did not get a good bounce off the back of the rim and over the backboard. 65 all, 8:26 to play. Jarvis wants to go baseline. And a blocking foul will be the call against Johnson. With 8:15 to go. That's the second against Johnson. That'll wipe off what would have been an easy bucket for Columbus State. Get it into Boston. Boston had it stripped by her as Langford took it away and then knocked out of bounds by the Cougars. Good defensive stand there by Lander. Columbus State sets up that full court pressure. They inbound it to Williams. Guarded by Wayne and Raymondville. Over to Mitchell. Mitchell lob ahead to Harris. Harris, left side Langford now. Langford skip it to Williams. Williams gonna fire up 3, off the mark, no good. And the rebound taken down by Modi. Over to Jarvis on the right side. Jarvis, give it back up top to Raymondville. 7:43 to go. Modi setting the screen. Instead, Raymondville wants to reset here. 11 on the shot clock, 7:30 to play. Tied at 65. Raymondville wants to drive right side all the way to the rim and got there for the lay-in. Isolation play there, and Raymondville wins the battle. 67-65. Raymondville with 25 points now, leads all scorers. Langford right side. They go into Johnson. Johnson, one to go under the rim, got it to fall. She's got 18. And then the ball on the floor. Wayne lost the handle, looking for help, and Langford reached in. But not before a timeout called by Columbus State. 67 all, 6:51 to play. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. 67-67, 6:51 to play in this one. Dixon Lane along with you. Good to have you join us this afternoon. And Lander's going to get a blocking foul called on Crystal Williams as she takes a tumble. Williams gets up, which is a good sign for the Bearcats. A drive from Raymondville. Puts Columbus State back up. Langford looking for help. And a drive, had it blocked at the rim, tried to save it, and she was out of bounds. Raymondville picks up her dribble. 17 to shoot, 6:10 to play. Columbus State up 2. And a reach in and jump ball forced by Lander, and they're going to get possession. Ariana Sanders going to check in for the Bearcats. Columbus State will send Jasmine Herndon back in the ball game. Crystal Williams will go to the bench. Columbus State going to sit back in a half-court defense. They'll pick up the Bearcats at the midcourt stripe. They want to go down low to Johnson. Johnson on Herndon. Johnson off the glass and in. (69-69). And then Johnson stole it away. The entry pass taken, and Landers got the ball with 5:15 to play in a tied game. Harris over to Mitchell. Mitchell going to launch off the mark, no good. And then they're going to call an over the back against Lander. Call is on Destiny Langford, her first, third team foul. The Bearcat defense will have to hold here. Wayne working against Sanders, floater, no good. Mitchell with the rebound. Landers got numbers, out ahead to Harris. Harris had it blocked and she was fouled by Raymondville. And Jessica Harris will go to the line. First up and good. The second free throw is good. It's 71-69 with 4:52 to play. Jarvis brings it down the floor as the Cougars break the press, and Langford tapped it free. Sanders got the steal. Now Harris will bring it ahead. Harris into the key, over to Langford. Langford wants to drive, had contact, and she finished. 73-69. Bearcats up 4. Langford muscling it in there, and Landers up by 4. There's 4:23 to go in the fourth quarter of this one. Bearcats and Columbus State. And then a foul in the lane against Lander. Call is on Langford. Bearcats 4 fouls in this quarter. One more and Columbus State's in the bonus. The Cougars have committed 3 fouls. As Chelsea Mitchell will do a little housekeeping for us. 73-69. Lander up 4, but Tatum Jarvis at the free throw line. She is 1 of 5 from there today. Her first free throw is no good. The struggles continue for Columbus State. They are 9 of 15 from the line today, over 60%. But struggling is Jarvis, and her second is good. 73-70. Kayla Carter checks in. Jarvis comes out. Bearcats bounce it into Harris, and Harris is going to bring it down the floor. Guarded by Wayne. Bounce it over to Sanders. 4 minutes to go. Lander up by 3. Johnson trying to get positioning. Goes into the lane, had it taken away from her. Pass stolen by Herndon. Now Wayne, a floater, no good. Tapped around, Mitchell got the rebound. And then Mitchell picks up a cheap foul against Kayla Carter. Oh, there was no need for that. That's the 4th foul against the Cougars, and now both teams will be in the bonus at the next free throw, or the next foul, pardon me. (73-70). Lander up 3 with 3:40 to play. Ball nearly stolen. Langford came out with it. Oh, Harris was open on the right wing. They didn't see her. And then a foul on the perimeter, and Langford's going to go to the line. Bearcats are shooting free throws the rest of the way. They're 15 of 17 today. Langford at the stripe. She's got 4 points today. This is her first free throw trip. Up and good with the first. 74-70. A crowd of 1,091 on hand this afternoon, the largest of the season for the Bearcats. Their squad has a 5-point lead after the free throw from Langford. 2 of 2 on the trip. 75-70, 3:30 to play. Wayne with the ball. She wants to go to the rim. Throws up a wild shot, and that's going to be a foul on Harris. Well, Wayne's been very good at initiating contact and drawing the whistle. Harris picks up her 3rd. She's got 13 points on the day, along with 7 assists, a game high. And Wayne makes the first free throw. Second free throw is good. 75-72. Lander's lead is 3. Langford bringing it down the floor. Kick it to Sanders. Sanders open for 3. Off the mark. Mitchell got the offensive rebound for Lander, and she was fouled. Chelsea Mitchell will go to the free throw line with 3:16 remaining, and Lander up 3. Mitchell, 20 points and 10 rebounds today. 5 of 6 now from the free throw line. As she makes the first. Herndon out, Boston in, as the Cougars swap post players. Lander up 4. Second one off the mark. Just the 3rd missed free throw of the day by the Bearcats. 4-point game with 3:08 to go. Wayne gets it to Raymondville. Raymondville cut to the hoop. Instead, Boston sends it back out to Carter. 3 minutes to go. Carter looking for help. Hand to Raymondville. Working on Sanders, who nearly lost the handle. 8 on the shot clock as she backs it out. Wants to drive right side, behind the back. Throws up a wild 3, no good. Great defense by the Bearcats, and Langford's got the rebound, and here she comes down the floor. Langford gonna drive, kick it right side to Harris. Harris is wide open, waits and fires, no good. Fight for the rebound, and then Lander nearly took it back away. Now Raymondville brings it down the floor, 3-on-2. Raymondville lost the handle, tried to showboat it, and Lander's got it back. Now Langford gonna send it over to Mitchell. Mitchell into the paint. Mitchell off the glass and one! Chelsea Mitchell puts the Bearcats up 6 with 2:19 to play. Raymondville turned it over. Mitchell took it, got it back, and finishes. And she'll go to the line with 2:19 remaining. Mitchell at the line, trying to complete a 3-point play here. Makes it 79-72. Wayne on Langford, gives it back to Jarvis. Jarvis lost it. Mitchell stole it from her. Ball on the floor. Jump ball, possession arrow to Columbus State. Boy, you just saw that one as Jarvis just dribbling it away from her body, trying to get control of it. And you cannot do that around this Bearcat defense, especially around 23. Well, both teams have been very opportunistic today with their defensive hands. Lander leads 79-72. with 2:03 to go. Raymondville will trigger it in. Nearly threw it away. Now Jarvis out on the three-point arc. 3 ball, no good. Offensive board from Modee. She can't get it to go. Mitchell came out with it. Mitchell down the floor, over the timeline, weaving through traffic. Left side Sanders. Sanders 3 off the mark, tapped out, and here come the Cougars back the other way. Raymondville launches, no good. Ball loose. Modee out with it. Now over to Wayne. 90 seconds to go. Lander up 7. Wayne missing, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Lander. 1:28 to go, and Lander on defense as the Cougars will check it in from under the hoop. Substitution in. This is Jasmine Herndon. (79-72). 1:28 to play. Raymondville looking for help. Finally gets it in. Out to Wayne. Sanders on her. Mitchell tapped the pass out of bounds. They were trying to work it into Raymondville under the net. 1:23 to go. Bearcats trying to knock off Columbus State the first time in 5 tries. Mitchell stole the inbound pass. And then the ball taken back by the Cougars. 1:15 to play. Wayne guarded by Sanders. Wants to go. Step back. 3 off the mark. Long rebound. Harris came out with it. And Harris is going to hold Raymondville around her. And Harris brings it over half court. 1:03 to play, and she's pushed to the ground by Jarvis. And Harris is going to go to the line with 1:02 to go. And a 7-point Bearcat lead. Jessica Harris will shoot with Lander up 7. The Bearcats have not beaten Columbus State since the 2016 Peach Belt Conference Tournament Championship. That was held in Columbus. Lander won the tournament title. Now Harris at the line. First free throw. Got it. 80-72. 1:02 to play. Second one rimmed out. Rebound by Cotton. A minute to go. .15 on the shot clock. Raymondville around the screen, all the way inside. Reverse layup good. 6-point game, and Harris is fouled by Wayne. .40 seconds to play. Lander up 6, and Harris is back to the line. That's the 4th foul on Tatiana Wayne. She's got 25 points this afternoon for the Cougars. Raymondville has 29. First free throw good from Harris. 7-point lead, 40 seconds to go. Raymondville at the other end of the floor, Sanders right in her ear. Free throw, no good, Langford got the rebound. Offensive board for Lander. And an intentional foul in the backcourt as Raymondville wrapped up Ariana Sanders. Intentional foul on Raymondville. I didn't see what happened as Langford got the rebound. And it is an intentional foul on Raymondville. Fourth foul against Raymondville. Harris's free throw off the mark. A chance to go up 8 here. Second one, good. And the Bearcats will have the ball. Raymondville and Anita Howard still arguing the call. So Langford will inbound it. 35 seconds to play. Lander is up 8. And they get it into Harris. Raymondville and Wayne both have 4 fouls. They can't foul again or they're done. 30 seconds to play. Well, Lander can run the clock all the way down to 5 or 4 seconds if they want to. Columbus State is not fouling them. Now Harris fouled. Whoa, 19 seconds to play. My goodness, Columbus State let 16 seconds run off the clock without fouling, and Raymondville's gone. $19 seconds to play, and Harris is at the line. She's got 16 today. Mitchell has 24. Johnson has 20. Williams has 10. And Harris makes the first. The Bearcats lead by 9. Second free throw on the way. Good. 10-point lead, 19 seconds to go, and Lander's going to knock off the Cougars at home. Their first home win over Columbus State since 2012. As Wayne brings it down the floor, 10 seconds to play, to the rim, lay it in. 84-76, they get it into Harris, fouled with 7.5 to go. And now Tatiana Wayne is out. The top 2 scorers in the game for Columbus State have fouled out with a combined 54 points. And Lander's got an 8-point lead with 7 seconds to play. Free throw up and good. Bearcats will pick up their second straight win in this 4-game home stretch, and they'll be back in action Monday night against Georgia Southwestern. They're going to enjoy this one tonight in homecoming. 86-76. And a timeout by Columbus State. They don't have any. Columbus State doesn't have any timeouts. Technical foul on the Cougars. Columbus State down 10 with 5 seconds left, called a timeout. They don't have any. I'm not sure what Coach Howard was doing there. Bearcats are going to improve to 18-5. They'll go to 13-4 in the league. They entered the day 2.5 back of North Georgia for first place. They're tied at the moment with Flagler for second place in the league, but they've swept the Saints, so they hold the tiebreaker. The technical is going to stand, and Lander's going to bring in a whole new 5 here as Mitchell will go to the line. Talikova, Webster, Williams, Pettit, and High are all going to check in here as Mitchell will end her day with free throws, and she made the first. Chelsea Mitchell, another outstanding performance. She misses the second. And here comes the new 5 for Lander. The Bearcats have an 11-point lead with 6 seconds to play. And there's an ovation from this crowd. And Kevin Pedersen, a big smile on his face. The Bearcats will win this one in Greenwood on homecoming. The Columbus State Cougars take an L back to Georgia. 87-76 your final. Lander victorious on homecoming Saturday. We'll step aside our interview with Coach Pedersen and our player of the game when we come back. Bearcats win 87-76. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Back in Greenwood, South Carolina, your final score, Lander knocks off Columbus State 87-76 here on homecoming Saturday. And we're joined now by our player of the game, the junior from Laurel, Maryland, Chelsea Mitchell, 25 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. And Chelsea, in a game like this, you hold a 7-point lead at halftime, but you knew this team was going to make a run. What did it take for you guys to withstand that run and finish at the end against a very good opponent?
Just understanding that they got big-time players and that they want the shot every time they get the ball. So we know we got to lock them down, but also stay composed and stay level-headed. Don't get too hyped and don't get hyped off their hype.
In an atmosphere like this, though, over 1,000 people in attendance this afternoon on homecoming, how difficult is that to try to keep that level head, knowing what this game meant and what this crowd was bringing to this arena today?
It's all about mental focus. As long as you have that, and as long as you have a couple teammates that have that, in order to encourage others to stay level-headed. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but yeah.
Quick turnaround for you guys. You got a game now in just over 48 hours here at home. What do you do to try to come off the high of this win and get ready to take on Georgia Southwestern?
I mean, yeah, we're excited. It was a big win, but we still got more work to do.
25, 12, and 4 from Chelsea Mitchell. She's our player of the game. Thanks for joining us. Go enjoy it.
Thank you.
Bearcats knock off Columbus State for the first time since the 2016 tournament championship, their first home win against the Cougars in 6 years as they defeat Columbus State 87-76. And we're joined now by head coach Kevin Pedersen. And coach, same question we started with Chelsea, 7-point lead at halftime. You knew that Columbus State was going to make a run, and they did. What did you see from this team when they lost the lead and then were able to come back and really finish strong at the end?
Well, you could see that moment where we just looked like we were losing a little bit of confidence. We got a little bit down. Give our kids credit. They're playing heavy minutes, and the way we play, it's hard to play those minutes, and we got tired after in the third quarter. You saw us back off a little bit. We sat in a timeout. We were down 2 points at one point, and we said, listen, guys, I know you're tired. We cannot back off. And we just challenged them. We said, you've got to get up in them. We've got to get back to our aggressive press. That's what's got us where we are. If we're going to go down, we're going to go down swinging. And the kids came back out no matter how tired they were, and they did a great job. They got another big turnover coming out of that timeout, and that kind of got that run sparked.
What's been the difference for this offense as a unit that you were kind of lamenting their performance at the beginning of the year? You're coming off 2 really impressive nights shooting the ball in this arena. What's been the difference for you guys?
Well, it starts with Chelsea Mitchell. You know, that kid is getting it going in the inside. We saw a zone pretty much all game tonight, and that kid comes out and has, 18 points or something like that at halftime. So that's got a lot to do with it. She's carried us right there. She's making a heck of a candidacy for Player of the Year in this conference. And she's got to be winning coaches over one at a time, I would say. But the other thing is, you look at our team statistically, every year we always start up that way. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the repetition. We shoot better as the year goes along. And they're doing that. Crystal Williams, now she was off a little bit tonight, but she hit a few shots early. She's done a good job hitting some shots in for us recently. But the other big thing is, let's look back to the beginning of the season. Jessica Harris was scoring like 4 points a game. And now that kid has really emerged. She's got so much talent, and you're seeing that kid use all of her talent, whereas before, she was keeping it a secret. I told you that last game, you can't give Jessica Harris enough credit for what she's been doing the last few weeks.
As you get this team ready for Monday night, you're going to come off a big homecoming win. You got to get ready for Georgia Southwestern. What do you do to try to get this team back locked in for that game?
Jeez, I'll tell you what, you just ruined my win right there by reminding me I've got a game on Monday night. I forgot all about that. You know, they need rest. Tomorrow will be light. It'll be a shoot-around, just kind of refocus. The key after a big win like that, after a great crowd, we just got to come in here and we've got to focus them. You know, you've got to enjoy this, but you've got to get smart. You've got to get rest. And tomorrow will be our day. We'll spend a lot of time just trying to refocus because it doesn't take much around. We lost. I was running there. Let me tell you a quick story here. I'm coming into the game, and a woman stalks me. She's here for homecoming. And she said, hey, this is my first game. I'm from Aiken. How'd you guys do when you guys played Aiken? I said, of all the teams, you got to be from Aiken. I said, they're last in the league, and they beat us at home. And that's what we keep reminding our team is we've got some great wins here at home, but we lost at home to a team that had, 1 win in the conference? So it's a quick reminder. That's usually a good way to humble these kids. We've got to refocus and come and understand if we don't play our best, any team in this league can beat us.
87-76 your final. Lander over Columbus State. We'll step aside. Men take the floor when we come back on homecoming. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.